Yes, of course. Hi, Ralf. Ralf, you haven't played a league match since beating West Ham on January the 22nd, with 5 league fixtures coming up this month. What did you want to work on as a team during this winter break?
Well, apart from playing together as a team in defense and improving and developing our defense, work together. We also invested some time in our offensive principles, and I think we showed that both in the game against West Ham and even more so in the game against Middlesbrough, where we created numerous chances. I can't remember any game in the last couple of years where my team or our team has created more shots on goal. I think in total we had 30 shots on goal and 22 of them from inside the box. And I think this, in the end, didn't lead to the result that we wanted to get, but at least we dominated the game in most parts. And I think we did well in creating those chances.
Simon Stone.
Hi, Ralf. Are Jesse Lingard and Edison Cavani back for this game? And is everything okay with Jesse? Because there seemed to be a lot of confusion, even including Friday night, about whether he was available and what the situation was.
Yes, they're both available and they will both be part of the squad for tomorrow's game at Burnley. Both are top professionals. Both have been training well. With regard to Jesse, I have a very good relationship with him. He knows that I would have been willing to let him go, at least until the issue with Mason came up. And all the other things I think have been spoken about. He mentioned some personal issues. But again, we have to look forward now. There are no problems whatsoever between myself and Jesse, and vice versa. I'm happy to have him in the squad, and as I said, he will be a member of the squad for tomorrow's game.
Gary Hughes.
Afternoon, Ralf. Just a quick one on sort of the scale of the task with everything. I know we've asked you this previously, but perhaps where we are now into February, the scale of the task that's facing you for this season and perhaps any major overhaul there would be come the summer, has that become ever more evident now than perhaps it was a few months back?
I don't know. I don't think so, because overall I think the development of the team and our performances in the last couple of weeks have improved, including, by the way, the cup game. There are 2 points of criticism that the team has to face, and we all have to face. Number one, we just wasted too many clear-cut chances. As I said, 22 shots from inside the box, and I think at least 10 of them were really massive opportunities, and we should have been easily up 3-0 at halftime, and at the end it should have been 6-1 or 6-2. This was one point of criticism that we have to face, and the other one was the 10 seconds before we conceded that handball goal, as I may call it. It was a perfect counter-pressing situation on their sideline in the middle of their half. We took away time. The only thing that we forgot is taking away the ball from them. This led to a situation where 8 seconds later we were outnumbered in our own box and allowed them to score that handball goal. And although it was a handball, I'm still absolutely convinced that this goal should have been disallowed. We shouldn't allowed this situation to happen in our box. So those are the 2 things that I have to fault the team. But apart from that, again, we invested the whole week into the game plan, into improving our game in possession of the ball, and I think very many of those things have been confirmed by the team and shown on the pitch against Middlesbrough.
Andy Mitton.
Hello, Ralf. Can I ask you about Raphael Varane? his performances of late, what he brings to your squad, an influence he has on the pitch, off the pitch, how he's settled in, still in his first season at Manchester United?
I think he has arrived in the meantime. He seems to be physically fit. He has no issues anymore with injuries. I thought that until he had to be substituted against Middlesbrough, he did extremely well together with Harry. He played probably his best game, knowing that it was a championship team, but a very ambitious championship team. Well, I'm happy to have him back again for tomorrow's game. And hopefully we can have him in the same fitness shape and in the same form that he has played against Middlesbrough for the next upcoming games.
Michael Gray.
Hi, Ralf. Ralf, you obviously lost the game over the weekend. Realistically, was that the best opportunity of bringing silverware back to Manchester United this season? I know you're still in the Champions League and you've got an opportunity to finish in the top 4, but the FA Cup must have been vitally important to you.
Yes, of course. But again, this is hypothetical. There are still quite a few other top clubs involved in the competition and still 16 teams involved. So, but quite apart from that, of course, I mean, everybody could see how seriously we prepared the team for this game. And obviously, we desperately wanted to win this game. But as I said, we were not clinical enough. We didn't score enough goals. As I said, this is a game that normally, under normal circumstances, you are 3-0 up at half-time. And then you play down the clock at one stage, you make 3 or 4 or even 5 subs after 60 or 70 minutes and save energy for the game against Burnley. But it didn't happen. We were not the only ones, by the way. There were quite a few other teams like Chelsea, West Ham and 2 or 3 other teams who had problems against even Division 1, third division teams. So this can happen, but in the end, we didn't win, we didn't proceed, and this was the worst part of it. It's not so much about maybe it would have been a chance to get some silverware. We just wanted to proceed to the next round, and that's why everybody, including the players, the whole staff, we were terribly disappointed. But now it's high time to look ahead and make the best out of the situation. We won the last 2 games in the Premier League. And we will try to get 3 points at Turf Moor tomorrow against Burnley.